Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Actor Haroon Khan is back in the studio along with director Rick Doss to promote their upcoming short film, Empty Space. Eric Busillo is in to talk about comedy, or something like it. If you enjoy the show, like and follow The Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at WWSU1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence.
All right, it is noonish. It is Wednesday. What else is it? It is time for the Life Radio Show with your host, Don Smith. We have a full house in the studio today. We have a trainee, we have a director, we have an actor, we have a comedian, we have me. I'm going to be giving away some tickets to Wiley's today, and I have T-shirts. I might give away some T-shirts.
Tickets to Wiley's.
Not the one I'm wearing. Don't worry. You look really concerned.
I was like,
It's like, don't take it off, fat man. Well, let me introduce my guest. We'll go around this way. We have Rick Doss.
Hi, how y'all doing?
The director of Empty Space.
That's correct.
Yeah. I've directed a lot of Empty Space myself, but that's just in my head. Actor Haroon Khan is back with us already.
Hello, thank you for having me again. It was, I think, a month and a half ago I came on.
Yeah, something like that. It hasn't been long.
Yeah, about a month and a half, and now I'm here. I was an actor in Rick's film called Empty Space, and I'm here for round 2.
Awesome. And we have Eric Busillo, favorite of the no, I'm just kidding.
I saw that in your eyes. You don't need a lie.
Eric Busillo is in the studio.
Thank you. I was wondering if you could make your intro any longer. That might
which intro? Just going around the room or just the whole thing? Just the
music.
The music. I do need to shorten that a little bit, but I want to see who the metal fans are. I want people to start headbanging when and nobody did.
Then silence.
And I thought you, Eric, were a metalhead.
Oh yeah, but then it's like, yeah, getting us pumped up, and then we're just saying,
and then
hey, how's everybody doing
then it's
today?
just to the radio show. Yeah,
It's just talking silently, quiet. It's NPR right now, basically.
Yeah.
It's monotone.
Good times. And we have a trainee in the studio. Brian Patch is back there with no microphone. So, sorry. He really doesn't look like he wants to be involved.
No,
with this show.
he did not want to be on air. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Neither do I.
No.
Neither do I. I don't even know why my guests keep coming in.
I'm hoping this works.
Yeah. None of my guests know why they keep.
I'm hoping this works a little bit.
What works? Just getting
Some
your name
sort
out
of
there.
Promotion.
Well, we are the Life is officially a part of iHeartRadio now.
Nice.
Life Radio Show is now on
Nice.
iHeartRadio.
Also, I think
thanks to my friends at Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network.
Nice. This is the first time I've been on at noon, which hopefully that means more listeners. I was on your show when back in
Well, it means more people up there having lunch that are going to get sick, probably.
Oh, right. Coming up.
Oh, no.
Sorry, college kids.
Yeah, well, we put the disclaimer out, so it's their own fault at this
Good
point.
point. That's a trigger warning, right? Same thing.
Yep, disclaimer, trigger warning. That we have to include all of it here. So. Well, let's go around and start. We'll start the show because we're wasting time with Eric right now.
Yes.
We'll go ahead. We'll go from talking about Eric to talking about Empty Space. I know it's not a big jump, but we'll try it.
No argument.
We'll try it anyway. So, Rick Doss, tell us a little bit about Empty Space.
Yeah, so Empty Space is a new short film. It's like mainly focused in like drama and like romance, but it's also got a little bit of comedy in there. And it's like a journey. It's kind of like an experience where like we've got two characters kind of going through life almost, and they're kind of feeling this emptiness, and they're trying to kind of go through different experiences, trying to fill that emptiness in different ways. So kind of like kind of going a little avant-garde-ish, but also a little bit of something for everybody in there.
Well, that's good. You always got to include something for everybody.
Yeah.
And you have Haroon's hair in there. So
oh, yeah.
That's the thing. I'm surrounded by just such great hair today. Got Eric's, and
that's my contribution for today.
Yeah. So your hair, I'm just going to interview your hair.
Yeah.
Actually, what we're going to do is later on, we're just going to pit you and Eric's hair together, just to see what happens. If they'll merge and become one, or if they will just fight and we'll have a victor.
The hair wars.
The hair wars. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm going with this.
I'm so glad you were honest with it. I was about to say.
Yeah, but I have no plan. Eric.
I
know
was
that.
thinking about bailing you out, but no, I just wanted to see you drown. I'm sorry. This is what kind
I appreciate it. This is like a bad open mic tonight.
it happens.
Well, Haroon, you're back
Yes, sir.
already? You can't get enough.
I told you it's like a disease. Once I've came here once, I'm just going to be living here sooner or later.
Oh, okay. We'll come in, just stumble across you.
And but no, yeah, like he said, we finished. We're in post production now for Empty Space, and I was one of the two main actors for the film. The other lead actress is from New York, and a fun fact about this: we finished filming everything in 16 days in 2 different states.
Wow.
We had filmed here in Cincinnati and Chicago, so everything was like condensed in 16 days every day of those 16 days. And we recently just had a teaser come out for the film. But like he kind of mentioned, it's like a thematic, symbolic film of 2 characters and their opposites,
Right.
a guy and a girl, and then you see their journey through society. And we are currently on the brink of like the usual post-production stuff, and then all of next year, a full-fledged festival run.
Cool.
So stay tuned for Empty Space news and updates, and we are on social media. So any of the social media followers, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, the handle is at Empty Space Film.
Gotta plug that.
So yeah, I had to
Nice.
shamelessly plug Empty Space Film. I'll say it twice. And but no, we've used local talent and non-local talent, and we're glad to see this up and running.
So 16 days filming in two different states. That's a bit of a feat, because I've been in some quick productions, but y'all in the same location.
I was gonna say
Is it a short film or a feature, like full feature?
It's actually a short film.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's
about
a short
what's the
film.
runtime on it?
Yeah.
We're looking at about like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. So that's not a short
16 days
I'd say it's
for
like a
that.
Still,
medium
yeah.
length kind of
Yeah.
short film, like that 20,
It's a lot more
25 minute range.
Yeah. It's still in 2 states is what you're just trying to wrangle that many people together to get a production done in 16 days. In 1 state is a feat. In 2 states, that takes a. Do you have like a bullwhip or something that you keep them? Because that's would have to be that's how I'd have to direct.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have to have some kind of a threat, some kind of weapon to keep them moving. Because
I try to keep things a little bit more nice, like a little bit more easy flowing.
okay.
But I mean,
See,
bullet doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I'm good on this show, But if I was directing, I'd be a prick.
I've had mentally wise, I have had. I guess you're finding this out now, but like mentally wise, I did have like that one more. If anything, one more happens, I will like attack someone. I don't know who, but I've always had that because generally sets are a mixture of like chaos, and I'm sure with like comedy shows or anything, there's a mixture of like chaos and regular, like everything's going normally, nothing's happening. And with this set,
No, I don't think anything on a comedy show goes normally.
No.
Is it all
Usually
just-
pretty it's pretty much just chaos. You never know. The headliner's drunk in the green room.
oh, so you never know what's going to happen.
Audience.
Yeah, the audience is
Interrupting.
either not there or they're there. Either one could be a problem.
Even if they're being nice.
yeah,
even if
nice
they're being
heckling
nice
is still annoying.
and not even heckling, just trying to be a part of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
But no, yeah, the experience on this set was very, even though it was a quick 16 days, it was, we had very, very few issues overall. And the cast and the crew became very quick friends. And now looking, because we finished middle of August filming. And it's been almost on the brink of 3 months since. And it feels ages ago.
Definitely.
But everything is running smoothly, and then we just can't wait for the festival run next year.
Yeah.
And the release date is early 2018, but obviously it'll be available publicly after our festival run.
Where's the festival at?
Well, we
Trying
don't.
to get a lot of them.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
okay. I see what you're saying. You're
Oh, yeah,
trying
my bad. I'm trying to get them.
Submit
into
it to
festivals.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
okay.
a comedy
Yeah.
tour.
I see what you're saying. Submit it to festivals and see if they approve, and then you can
Yep.
tour around with it. Okay. That makes more sense.
Domestically, locally, out of the country, whichever comes begging to us, or whichever ones we go begging to.
Or whichever ones say, all right.
Pretty much after, because there's a few of them, like, they've seen my face. I'm like, okay, we'll just let him enter it because we've seen his face so many times.
Yeah,
Might
there you
as
go.
well.
There you go.
But no, we're very.
That's what they
Wow.
do at the radio station. Oh, we've seen his face. Just
Oh, common similarities.
exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it's definitely one of the most unique projects I've been a part of, just because of the content and the way it was filmed and all of the interworkings in between. Kind of like he had touched on earlier, it's kind of meant for everyone, but at the same time, it's kind of meant for like the above and beyond. Like there's so much symbolism and social commentaries that you have to kind of know in the back of your head to know the content of the film, kind of. Or at
Right.
least be
You
open-minded.
you can watch it, but not get every, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's something for everybody, but there's a specific target audience that would probably get more out of it, just for all the symbolism and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, something for multiple views for sure. Multiple watch throughs. You'll catch a little something you didn't catch the last time.
Did you write it yourself, or you're just directing?
I did write it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So writer director
Yeah.
Rick Doss, yeah. You gotta include that. You gotta take all the credits you can get, man.
I know. I need everything I can working for me.
Exactly. So how long you been directing?
I've officially been directing for past 2 years, 3 years, but I've always been involved in creative stuff because my dad, he's heavily involved. He still is involved in theater. So I've always just growing up been around him, been around that creative environment, watched him direct theater. So then from that, I kind of just transition into directing my own films. And my first official film that I directed was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been going good ever since then.
Cool. Have you had any success with that? Have you gotten any film festivals with that one? Or
Oh yeah, I actually another one of my films just a couple months ago was screened at Boston at the Boston Underground Film Festival, and then we've got one coming up in Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival. It's called You Can't Escape. It's like a short 3-minute short film.
awesome,
Micro short. And
micro show.
yeah.
I would think a Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival would actually be underwater.
Underwater.
It's
That was clever.
Yeah,
That was clever.
it's right there at the sea level. So yeah.
With
Couldn't
what's
go
going
too
on.
far underground. You'd be
Especially after the
underwater.
hurricanes, you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with the passive
Yeah.
capacities.
What, too soon? Is that what you're saying?
No. God, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't think any joke would be too soon for you.
It happens.
Yeah,
I'm not a nice person. That's just how it is.
we love you. Eric.
But
It's all right.
there's nothing funny about being nice.
No, that's true. There aren't a lot of nice, funny comics.
There's a lot of,
I mean, even the ones that you thought were nice, funny comics turn out later on not to be. Yeah, Bill Cosby. See, I was actually going. No, I'm not even going there.
No, please, by all means, it's all right.
Well, it's over the air, so I really, I don't want to talk too much about Louis C.K. Just. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh,
Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the comedy rundown real quick. We're going to take a little break. We'll come back, and then we'll probably talk to Eric for a little bit about whatever he's got going on.
not much.
Not much.
I'm just
Well, it'll be a short
wasting a day.
conversation.
I'm
so
kidding.
I appreciate you wasting your day with us.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't go over my news stories. Those have to be spontaneous.
Okay.
I don't even know what's on there.
Oh.
All
Got
right.
somebody doing your prep? Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, no, nobody does any prep work, especially not me. So, we'll let me get some stuff queued up here, and we'll hit the comedy rundown, and we will be we'll take a little break. All right, here's the this week's comedy rundown brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in downtown Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for details and tickets.
Wow.
Yeah,
was
I've been
impressive.
doing that for a while.
That was not in your notes.
That was not in my notes. You see that?
That's
That was impressive. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
the stuff in my
Yeah.
notes I have to read that I don't remember. Thursday through Sunday, November 16th through the 19th, Tony Roberts is going to be at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green. Friday, November 17th is comedy night at, see, I got
There
a
you
little
go.
ways through it. Friday, November 17th, comedy night with headliners Ian Nolte and Andy Frampton is at Wiley's Comedy Club for the late show starting at 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, November 17th and 18th, Mike Armstrong is going to be at the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club. I'm going to give some tickets away for that. So actually, when I go to break, if you want to call 775-5555 while we're on break, I'll give you a couple passes to go see Mike Armstrong, and I might even throw a T-shirt in there for you.
Woo.
In fact, I will. All right.
But again, not his T-shirt.
It won't.
Not what's that? Yeah, not the T-shirt I'm wearing because it's got a little hair stuck in it, and it's just you don't want this one.
Wouldn't
It'll have
fit.
to be washed a few times, probably sanitized. By the time you use that much bleach, it won't be black anymore. Anyway. Saturday, November 18th, Rascals presents stand-up comedy at the Spirited Goat at 118 Dayton Street in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 8 p.m. Sunday, November 19th, the Comics Hang, combined with a hosting tutorial workshop with Karen Jaffe. That's going to be at Wiley's Comedy Club. That starts at 5 p.m. So any comics out there that feel like they want to get better at hosting, come on out to the Comics Hang and learn how to host better. Then also Wiley's Comedy Club Sunday night, Wiley's Sunday Comics. That show starts at 8 p.m. Scotty Mays is going to be closing out that show. Scotty. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. Also be sure to check out the Unwritten Podcast from Dayton Writers Movement, available at unwrittenpodcast.com. And also go to YouTube and check out TBTV from Brandon Barry and Tyler Wise, and you'll get to see some really crazy sketch comedy. And yeah, I believe that's it. But like I said, while we're on break, call 775-5555, and I'll hook you up with some tickets to go see Mike Armstrong and a T-shirt to wear so they might think you're part of the crew. They might think you're part of Wiley's and just give you drinks for free, but then they'll expect you to deliver them to tables. And, you know, we don't let most of our employees drink. We don't let them. They do anyway. All right. All right, we'll be back here shortly. Here's a little bit of Potter's Field for you.
The weekdays are made for working, but the weekends, those are made for gaming. Join Ellison Smith every Saturday for a new episode of Saltwater Gaming as he breaks down video games of all different genres, consoles, platforms, and eras. Get a bit of the old and a bit of the new, a bit of the action and a bit of the mystery. Get it all every Saturday on Saltwater Gaming, brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
I gave away some tickets and T-shirts on the live show, but I don't want the podcast listeners to feel left out. Since the show drops to podcast on Friday morning, I'll give you all a chance as well. Just send an email to thelife1069@gmail.com beginning noon on Friday, and the first 2 email senders will receive 2 passes to a show at the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton, Ohio, along with a Wiley's T-shirt. Drop me a line and get some stuff.
Are you into making music, videos, or podcasts? Are you a local comedic talent in need of some much-needed publicity? Are you a behind-the-scenes professional interested in audio-video production, graphic design, and public relations? Eventide Entertainment is actively seeking talents, clients, and professionals to help our business grow into something truly special. And we want you to be one of those. For more information, go to facebook.com/Eventide Entertainment or send us an email at eventideent@gmail.com.
All right, I think I hit the right button that time. Man, I'm getting good at this. It's only been 3 years.
I was about to say,
It's only your show.
It's only my show. Yeah.
how did you get it?
Yeah. You don't want to know. We were joking earlier about Louis C.K.
Some Weinstein
Yeah.
things.
No, those aren't wine stains.
Oh. That hurt.
All right, we're back.
That hurt.
In case you couldn't tell, This is the life.
My shoulders are touching my ears. After that.
I'm getting some weird looks from out there. So,
was-
you all right? You all right? We can't
it
hear
was
you.
An
Call
awful
in.
pun. Yeah, call in. You could win tickets.
Yeah, you can win tickets.
Looking at
Nobody
the
else
people
called.
outside.
And a T-shirt.
Yes,
That one's
call
not
in.
stained.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were going to come back and talk to Eric for a little while about what he's got going on.
Ooh. I'm doing a show here at Wright State. I organized a show with the Office of Latino Affairs, I believe it's called. I don't even know.
Yeah, you got the paper right there.
Yeah, but it doesn't say their names.
Oh, okay.
It says my
Okay.
name on it. 'Cause I'm the one that's getting in
because
front
you're
of
the
people.
important one.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Well, I decided to put up a benefit show for Mexico and Puerto Rico after the natural disasters. So we're throwing it here at I almost said Wiley's. Jesus. Here at Wright State. At Wright State here at the
See, that's what I
atrium.
want. I want Wright State and Wiley's to become synonymous. I'm
For
just kidding.
just-
I'm just kidding. Well, we're both in the same financial situation.
That was hilarious. That was very good. That was very good. I was reaching, grasping for straws, and you already knew what you were going to say.
I'm
That
not
was
even a
perfect.
student at Wright State, and that hurt.
Yes.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a student either. I just came out and talked to people, said, hey, let's do this, and they agreed. So that's what I'm doing.
So you
And-
told him you were a comedian?
Yes.
What other lies have you told?
Ooh, that I'm funny,
Well, yeah, that's...
that I could be kind enough to do radio and not curse.
You've managed. I've
don't know how.
been impressed every time you've come in here because you haven't, and I keep expecting it.
It's just because it's more my disgust. You already know what I'm thinking just by being around me sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's the way I get everything out without having to say a lot.
I know what you're thinking. The problem is it's in Spanish, so
Ah,
I
she like that. We have a couple
I
people.
forget most of it. So,
Oh, don't be scared. It's okay. You laughed at it. Don't hide from it. Racist. I'm kidding. It's
Hey,
my
now.
favorite thing
Yeah,
to
you
do
just
is
got- you
just
just
call
got the
people
finger is
racist
what
over
you got.
nothing. It's great.
Yeah. That always works.
It's a great way to make. It's like
It's a good icebreaker.
The racial slur for white people always calling them a racist. By the way,
That's true. I knew
I know.
that. I knew that.
that's what you do, and it's hilarious.
'Cause I actually heard a comic talking about that.
Oh,
But that's
damn it.
just a new way of saying, you know,
Now I can't say that.
you can say it. You can say it. Because parallel thinking is fine. It's when it's word for word is when it becomes a problem.
Oh, great. Well, either way, as long as I can make fun of people, that's fine.
That's as long as that, and you can always make fun of
So
people.
yeah, I'm actually the only local comic on this bill. So I really want people to actually show up.
Yeah.
I'm the only one
Because we have a loco comic on the.
Yes, but I mean, I don't want to. I'm having somebody come down from Chicago as well just to do this show. I don't want her to just be in front of 3 students walking to class. I'm hoping we get some people going, donating.
So you couldn't find any more Latino comics in Ohio?
That is apparently no.
Just you.
There's one other full Latino comic.
Oh,
from
it has
Ohio.
to be full. Okay,
No. I'm just
okay.
saying there's Victor Perez. He's on the bill. Is also Mexican, and he's from Springfield. So that was close.
You couldn't get Dorian Vasquez to come from
Dorian
Columbus?
moved.
He moved.
He moved. He's not even Columbus now. So
Wow.
I did get Ian Miller from Columbus, and he's
Ian
half-
Miller?
Yes, he's half Korean, half Mexican, which is I know half
That's-
Korean, half
that's a
Mexican
weird
with the name Ian Miller.
Ian-
Mine, Ian, Eric, Dorian. It's the whitest names ever.
What was his comment? You said half Korean, half Mexican. His
Yes.
name's Ian. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's-
So
Wow.
and us and the headliner Tree Sanchez are the only actual Hispanics in the show. But so I mean, yeah, I had to scavenge for other people to do it. I got a Chinese guy.
Yeah. I saw Carl was on
Carl,
there.
yes.
How'd that happen?
It's close enough. That's
Yeah,
if you're not a white guy,
Yeah,
Then
so
you're
basically
unique.
it's just non-white comedy.
yes,
But,
exactly.
yeah,
If you're not,
gotcha.
and I still had to get one white guy on the show. It's impossible to avoid them in comedy. It's horrible. Ask the girls that.
Did you
really
reach out
trapped
to
in
Michael
this room.
Garza?
Garza? He's white.
That's what I've always thought too. But he says he's not. So I got to take his word for it because I don't know his history.
This is as close to a Latino show I could get. I saw somebody else did a benefit show for Puerto Rico as well in Cincinnati. There was no Latinos on it. None. Not even the guy who ran it, who was actually Puerto Rican. He isn't even on the show. He just had other people do it. So
in order to raise money for Puerto Rico,
you couldn't have any Puerto Ricans on the bill.
Yeah.
They couldn't even help out their own cause. Come on. Come on, Puerto Ricans. Jesus Christ.
I
know there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in this school. I'm probably upset.
That's okay.
There's a rivalry there a little bit, though.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, it's in boxing, especially Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Yeah. I can see that.
But and then that's the thing about people that fight and say racism is only. You hear that a lot. Racism is only from white people, or it's only from people from a position of power. Then you're not. That's just only white people saying that because. Other minorities are racist towards each other all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Puerto Ricans and Mexicans hate each other.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna
backpedal
a little bit because I'm actually trying to bring them together for this. I'm raising money for both Puerto Rico and Mexico. So we're working together, even though I have
togetherness.
No Puerto Ricans on my bill either. But there's no Puerto Rican comics. I don't know any. This is a struggle to get them. So we're gonna go over there.
I actually know a Colombian comic. If you need his resources, the only problem is he lives in New York, but he's from Florida. If that helps.
Okay. I'm having a hard time justifying bringing somebody from Chicago.
Yeah.
And so to make, I mean, I could get somebody from Cleveland who's full Hispanic, but they're, I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm going to be lucky if we raised any money whatsoever.
No, so you're paying to bring people in.
Yeah, I just want to at least. I'm hoping we at least raise. We get a decent sized crowd here for that show, which, by the way, is going to be December 1st here at Wright State.
And that's in the atrium of the Student Union.
Yes, the Student Union, the atrium. So I'm going to be running around while that show's going on, probably with a bucket, saying, "Hey, donate for a cause," because that way I could not make a complete fool of myself.
You will. Just
silence,
just running around.
The silence is just making it more obvious that I'm making a fool of myself. That's not a lean
post. That's actually a mic stand.
She's fooling with me, moving the microphone a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure it's picking it up. It'll be all over the podcast when I put it out. Just have this every time that microphone moves.
Thank you very much for leaning on the stand. Yeah. Don't you have your own show? Should you know better?
She wants this one too.
I have a show, but it's Saturdays, and it's Wednesday right now.
So there's no mic stands on Saturdays. Okay, yeah. Is that what you're saying? No mic stands. Okay, so don't touch the mic stand is a foreign concept for people that run a show.
No, it's not a foreign concept at all. It's a foreign concept having to talk to you.
Oh. Is that because I'm foreign? Is that what you're saying?
We're on an island here by ourselves, so we're not racist. We're on an island over here.
Racism. See, this is why we need to raise money and raise awareness.
Rick and Haroon just said they're completely detached from this whole conversation, and I think that is totally by choice at this point.
I mean, comedy should be making half the people laugh and the other half horrified.
Okay.
That's
okay.
What.
Good job, then.
Yes, exactly, and that's why I knew I'm doing something right.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised the DJ Shadow's still here. I'm surprised he hasn't just had it on out.
I apologize. I apologize. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With Eric, it's gonna get worse because we got some news stories. Does anybody have anything else we want to talk about, or do we want to hit with some news stories? Or
let's go for news. Why not?
We got one vote for news.
I'm trying to think, is there anything? The only other thing that I'm just going to shamelessly plug Empty Space again because I'm a shameless person is we do have a teaser out, and once we do start mass promoting the teaser on the social media accounts at Empty Space Film, we'll be doing a lot of promo skits, and if you guys want to reach out to us, the cast and the crew, and I actually do have a pleasure of knowing other local artists in the area, whether it's comedians or directors or producers, just feel free to reach out to us and just stay tuned.
Yeah, we're always looking to meet new people, and we got some social experiments that we're going to be running. It's going to be fun, so keep an eye out for all that.
They're not
Yeah,
even reaching
so-
out for free Wiley's tickets.
Yeah, so
I'm
down,
sorry.
settle
I'm
down,
sorry.
Eric, settle down.
I love you, Don. It's okay.
Okay, first news story. Young Mexican comedian kicked in the screen on a college radio show.
That was deserved. That was very well deserved. Okay.
You all right?
The light.
What light? Oh, we
All
have,
right,
we
yeah,
actually
we're not
do we have a phone call? Is that
Oh, she's
get off the phone?
just call. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Let her answer the phone. Did she hang up?
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah, that was. We're getting prank called now. This is this.
That means
this
people are listening, though.
Yeah.
You mean
All
the
right.
one other person in this?
Please call with my
Wait a
watch,
minute.
too.
Ooh, fancy. She has one of those Apple watches.
Yeah, I already covered this story on the last show. So well, let's see. What do we go here?
We're a professional radio show.
No, where's our
Are we?
professional radio show? I can learn
That's
a
what
thing
I'm
or two.
You're
Okay,
going
when
around
sentencing
the
wrongdoers, judges sometimes choose to mete out punishments that go beyond the usual fine and prison time. This was the case last week for one Hawaii judge who ordered a defendant to write more than 140 nice things about his ex-girlfriend after he violated a protection order. He said, for every nasty thing you said about her, you're going to say a nice thing.
So the judge just
Yeah.
ordered him to lie.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't say 140 nice things about myself.
I can't
That
think
just
of, I
sounded
can't
sad.
think of
Thank you,
14
guys, I
nice
guess.
things about you, Eric, actually.
Jesus Christ. This isn't my diary. This is me actually trying to be funny.
Yeah, there you go. Darren Young of whatever that name is, Hawaii. I should like to get pronunciations, at some point on these news stories, but that's okay. I'll just fumble through them like I always do. He was ordered in February to stop contacting his ex, but 2 months later he called and texted her 144 times
creep.
over the span of about 3 hours because
that's
apparently
some
he has
creepy-ass
nothing
shit.
better to
Wow.
do. He was arrested and spent 157 days in jail. At his sentencing on Friday, he received time served and was placed on 2 years probation, and he also had a $2,400 in fines, 200 hours of community service, and then he had the writing assignment to say 144 nice things about his.
I didn't know that
Wow.
was illegal now to just be creepy, but it's getting there.
Oh yeah, it's
I mean, good.
yeah.
Don't get any ideas.
Yeah, he can't count
I'm
to
so turned off
144.
by
It's
cowboys
okay.
boots I'm looking at right now, so it's okay.
What are you doing?
I said I'm so turned off by these cowboy boots I'm staring at right now.
Do you guys
Done.
need the studio alone?
I
for
said
a little
off.
while? Is it- Oh, okay. Phew. Anyway.
I was trying to make fun of her, Don. Jesus.
Oh, okay.
You gave me a look like Jesus, like you
I
were
don't know
horrified.
what you guys get up to over there.
What do you
We're
mean
just,
over
we're
there?
trying to have
I'm
a
a
good
foot away from
conversation.
you.
I know. I'm trying to ignore that fact. Louis.
I'm not blocking the door yet.
Yeah, is the key
no
word.
means
He
no,
is half
Eric.
Mexican.
That's true. Phew. All
Nice
right.
job, Louis. You're setting us back.
Yeah, Russia issued an unusual threat after President Donald Trump signed a bill imposing tough new sanctions. The Russian government officials' Twitter feed warned that anyone imposing sanctions will perish, and then dedicated a video to those who try to hurt us with new sanctions. The video shows a folk festival in Zaresk, about 100 miles southeast of Moscow. It looks much like a U.S. Renaissance fair, complete with crafts, dancing, and medieval combat simulations. And it's also set to Russian heavy metal music. Because that
It's
sounds
Russian
like
heavy
fun,
metal?
right? Russian heavy metal, yeah.
That's interesting.
That
That was German.
was, I'm sorry. I get them confused. That's so hard to. Anyway, the tweet drew a blistering response from the government of Ukraine, whose Crimea region Russia annexed, which is part of the reason for U.S. sanctions. So basically, that's a Twitter exchange between two governments, because this is what we've come to, is
To duel it out on social
yes, to
media.
duel it out on social media. And to make it worse, the Ukraine replied with a GIF from South Park.
No.
So,
South Park.
I
so
can't.
not
the way to
just the
go.
social media war. They're involving South Park now.
Leave South Park out of this.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, I think South Park should be in everything. If the world's going to go down in flames, it might as well be funny.
True. True.
To be
I
fair,
guess.
South Park also, if you play their newest video game, their difficulty setting
Oh, don't
changes
say
your
it.
skin tone.
Yeah, yeah, it's
The harder you want the
That's
game,
awesome.
the darker you are.
yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
I forgot the name of my
That's
friend. Actually has that because I was playing that before we were just about to shoot for something, and I'm like, why is this like a difficulty or something? And she's like, yeah, you don't know, the lighter your skin color, the easier it is. And I'm like, so you're telling me if and she's like, you don't even have to finish that sentence. The darker it is, I'm like,
It's self-explanatory.
I'm like, okay, fair enough.
oh, I love.
I'm just happy that I fall right in the middle of the difficulty of that game.
No, I
Just
think
so
we're
I can't
all
go
of
either
us. Half of us here are somewhere more in a like kind of
Yeah,
hard,
yeah.
as opposed to we're not in the expert level.
Right. Not the expert level, but not the casual player either. Just yeah, I'm a noob, I guess.
Nerd.
Oh, anyway,
What are you doing?
see, I don't even.
She's
what
fooling around with the thing in front of me, trying to. No, it's all good.
Man, we've lost
Let
control
me see your
of the
boots.
studio at this
I
point.
hate your boots.
Oh, he said boots. Okay. Whew.
Your
Okay.
boots are like they're like Doc Martens
Are you okay, Haroon?
and cowboy boots
I'm
put
like
together.
on that. I'm
That
like
looks-
trying to contain myself, but at the same time, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I
Oh.
understand. I know the feeling.
Now
I
you're
think
working-
they're having their own separate radio show over there.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was about to say.
I'm
Pretty
just
much,
going
like,
to go
I
ahead
feel like
and
there's
shut
like
their
an
mic off. That way
island-
we don't. That way we don't keep getting interrupted.
I kind of wish
So-
you didn't say that out loud. I kind of wish you just did it, and they would even not even know.
Yeah, well, I did, but I just, but I'm going to see how long Eric continues to talk into the microphone that's turned off. So
I could be loud.
I don't doubt it. That's true. That's true. I'll shut my own mic off. I'll see how that is. That's probably true. Somebody might call in for a change. Okay. Moving on. Focus, Eric. Focus.
I don't know what's happening.
If I'm going to turn your mic back on, you're going to have to earn it. Having your mic turned. Focus. Come on. Settle down.
Children,
As bad as last week. We had a whole group out there last week just throwing balls around in the lobby and banging into the window. And I'm trying to do a show in here. This is a professional radio show.
I like how you can't say that with a straight face.
There's no way I can say that with a straight face. I'm not that good of an actor. Okay, well, you want to plug Wiley's? I'll put it on there. You want to be mouthy? You're off. You're off the air. All right, you're back on. Just focus. I can't even do news stories around you. Jesus, just sucked all the seriousness
Like
right
Twitter
out of the
were-
room, Eric. What are you, a comedian? All right,
I feel better about myself now.
what's that?
I feel better about myself now.
Yeah, just for that. For a Canada goose, one good turd deserves another. An adult bird can poop up to 2 pounds a day, according to the Detroit Free Press. We're impressed and a little bit disgusted. The newspaper relayed this intriguing bit of information, a larger story about how geese are creating a hazard in Michigan. Apparently because they poop too much. So,
How-
160-pound human, for instance, reportedly produces a pound of excrement daily. The adult Canada goose weighs generally 6.6 pounds to 19.8 pounds and can go twice that much.
Do they just
So
eat
that's
coffee and beans all day?
they they must. They must. National Geographic also mentions a species formidable fecal fallout. Why do they do that? Why do they have to have so
Alliteration.
much alliteration in there? It's
That was-
just not entertaining.
They think that
It's clever.
counts as
It's
artistic.
clever. Yeah,
Yes.
since they're talking about poop, they got to make it as artistic
As
as they can.
scientific.
See, at least on this show, if we're going to talk about poop, we're just going to get it out there.
Throw some stats.
like
in
we
there.
did last time.
Right. We're going to throw some stats. Make it a serious
do
conversation.
they poop while they're flying?
No, I don't. I don't believe
How
they do
horrifying
because that
would
would
that
be
be if
yeah,
they
that
did?
would be terrible. Anyway, National Geographic estimates that 50 geese can put out about 2.5 tons per year. According to the Internet Center for Wildlife Damage Management, they go every 20 minutes. So they probably do in the air because they'd have to, unless they go all the way up, fly 20 minutes, and come down.
I was gonna say I don't think they have any like pit stops or rest areas.
Yeah, it's not like they can refuel in the air. They have to, just have to go.
That's the geese lifestyle.
Yeah. The birds' numbers were in serious decline before preservation efforts revived the population. And why would they do that?
Yes. What eats those birds or geese or whatever?
I don't know. There needs to be some natural predators just to cut down on the amount.
Like how we have a deer season, just because we have too much deer, and they just do that with those geese. Okay, I'm just throwing thoughts out there as opposed to being funny, but all right.
That's okay. We're used to that from you.
Oh, that was horrible. What am I doing?
In fact, that's how I was going to introduce you. We have Eric Busio on the show as opposed to being funny. So he's just playing with his phone now. You got him distracted. He's just playing with his phone.
I'm actually noticing I'm on Facebook Live. I put us on, and it says, "Do you want to tag Don Smith in this video?"
You don't want
and
to
that
tag
is
me, no.
That is the creepiest thing in the world. How does it know that you're on? How does it know that you're on the show with me?
I'm internet famous, Eric.
Holy. Facebook is creeping me out.
It does. Facebook is creepy. It's like an electronic stalker.
That's somewhere between Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein creepy.
I don't think it's quite that far.
No, more Louis creepy.
What's that?
More Louis creepy then.
Well, I don't even
Just
think it's not quite the comparison. Because I've.
Am I talking a little too much on that subject?
Yeah, I've. Because I've never been at home on the computer on Facebook and go, "Ew, this is sticky." This doesn't. So
are you sure about that? I would have guessed otherwise.
Well, I don't want viruses on my computer. So.
That needed a drum roll.
Oh, that needed something. We need off the air. I think that's what it needed. It needed a station.
I'm just going to ruin everything. This is my job today.
Yeah, we knew it.
The silence makes it sound like it's a serious statement. It's not that I expect a big laughter or anything, but Jesus.
We know you don't expect it.
That was good. I deserve that.
Houston police released surveillance video of a robbery at a donut shop. And the cops are going to be upset about a robbery in a donut shop. In the city, as they hunt for a trio who, in addition to stealing money, handed out sweets to the victims in the process. Because if you're getting robbed, at least you should get a free donut.
Some dog day afternoon with donuts.
The video shows three masked individuals entering the shop on October 16th in the afternoon. One brandishing a handgun, steals money from the register, while another takes two customers' cell phones. The phone bandits gesticulates toward the customer and seem to be talking to them, possibly even taking an order. The person then peruses the sweets behind the counter, chooses two treats, and offers them to the customer sitting by the window. The other two robbers, meanwhile, robbed the employees. So, I guess they were playing good robber, bad robbers. I guess is what it's
Robin Hood stuff, though.
Here, have a donut. Yeah. There you go.
That's not a big deal. If you're going to rob, that's how you should do it.
Yeah, but the way they did it, they robbed from the rich to rob from the poor to give a donut that the rich had to the poor. So doesn't really. I mean, I guess it's some consolation. They stole their cell phone and their wallets, but they got a donut.
I'm assuming they got caught.
Yeah, I believe they did get caught. Yeah, so. They were on video, and then years ago, my aunt worked at Baskin Robbins, and she got flustered. Somebody came in, pulled a gun on her, and robbed the place, and she got so flustered she actually asked them if they wanted any ice cream.
That diffuses the overall situation.
Yeah. That's what she said. He just laughed, took the money, and took off.
Who would rob a Baskin Robbins?
I don't know.
I mean, it has it in the name a little bit. Robbins.
Yeah. Robbins, yeah.
There goes that seriousness again. But no. No, well, it's Baskin. I guess there's a certain point you'll just rob any damn thing. I think that's just the way it goes.
But I mean, gas stations are the prototypical place, right? Gas stations, convenience stores, and then Baskin Robbins and donut shops.
Why not?
It's kind of sounding like a Pulp Fiction thing if they were taking their cell phones too.
See, it's actually the smart way to go because people go in and get donuts.
They have money and stuff.
They're gonna have cash because chances are you're not gonna go in and pay for $2 worth of donuts on a credit card.
That's,
You might, but it's not likely.
that's like a Mitch Hedberg.
So
bit.
yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
We're getting
There's a
nothing.
reason. That's the smart criminals rob the donut shop.
Genius.
Actually, no, that's the dumb criminals do that because it's a donut shop. The cops are going to be closed.
Julius is going to be there. Julius is going to be there. They're going to take his wallet and it says MRFer on it.
Oh, anyway, I think we're just that's I've had enough. No, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this portion of the show. I'm going to have you guys plug whatever you want to plug. You've been sitting over there so patient while we're doing all this stupid crap over here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your professionalism. It's very rare. It's very rare on this show. We should have you guys in more often.
I told you I'm going to be living here, so I might as well just.
Well, yeah.
We'd love to be back.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it was good
And
having
be
you.
silent.
Thanks for coming in. Go ahead and plug all your whatever you have.
What's the name of your movie again?
Empty Space.
It's called Empty Space. It's a short film. We have the teaser currently on Vimeo, if everyone is aware of Vimeo. It's like YouTube kind of. So we have the teaser out currently, and then the release date is 2018. It's unspecified of when exactly, but 2018. It's a romantic drama. So if anyone
With hints of comedy.
with hit comedy, so there's like hints of action, some comedy revolving around romantic drama. So if you're a fan of those kind of films with lots of symbolism and thematic elements, paired with a typical love story kind of, this is your film. And yeah, like we mentioned, we're on social media at Empty Space Film. And there's a ton of news and updates and promo skits coming everyone's way.
Yeah, and it truly is an experience to just watch it because it's very relatable in the way that it's portrayed. So I definitely recommend everyone to just check it out and see what you guys think.
All right.
But thank you for having us again. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks
thank
for
you so
coming in.
much.
It was good meeting you, Rick. And of course, Eric.
What are you doing? This girl in your studio is futzing around with all your stuff. Her phone going off, messing with my mic stand. Jesus Christ.
You know, there's a radio show.
This is being broadcast.
This is anyway.
Dozens of people are ignoring us right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Nobody's
What
calling.
are you doing?
You know the willpower it takes for somebody to sit and listen to this show and not call in? You're disrupting that. Anyway, Eric Bucio.
December 1st.
December 1st.
December 1st here at Wright State at the Atrium in the Student Union. We're going to have a comedy show. $10 to donate. The proceeds are going to go to Mexico and Puerto Rico for the recent natural disasters. You're going to get some very funny comics. Carl Shee, Ian Miller, Chris Cladis, Victor Perez. I'll be hosting it. Eric Bucio and Tree Sanchez coming all the way from Chicago. So come on out. It's going to be very, very funny.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take a break. I'm going to kick these guys out very gently. It's okay. Don't worry. Again, you looked concerned. And we will
You
be
need to
back
kick her
here
out.
shortly with, I believe, Rance and Cody's coming back in.
Ranson's
So
funny.
we will see you in a few minutes. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Did you
Really
reach out to
trapped in his
Michael
realm.
Garza?
Garza? He's white.